Hello, this is Joe Glines, and this macro in SPSS is going to show how to invert a variable. Let's say you have an ordinal variable like age in this case, and typically, like when I'm graphing something, I want to have the lowest value at the top. So it would be 25, 25 to 40, 41 to 55, 56 plus in that order. And of course, I could come in here and I could just resort this. But that can be time consuming, and it'd be better off, why not just put it in my data set in the right order, and then it'll look okay. Now what's interesting is if we come back into, oops, that's nothing, let me get rid of that. If we come back into here and I run it in SPSS, it actually is in the order I want. Unfortunately, Excel, so this order here, less than 25, 25 to 40, 41 to 55, 56 plus, this is the order I want to see in my graph. Unfortunately, Excel always inverts it when it graphs it, which I have no idea why, but it always does that, and it's very annoying to me. Of course, I can come back in and create a new variable that would be the opposite, but that, especially if you have a lot of variables, that could be time consuming. So what I've done is I've created this inverter macro. So this inverter just asks for one variable. So this variable's a token here, and right here I'm going to tell it its age. And first it's going to drop, in case I've already done this, because it just creates a variable called subgroup. Now, granted, I could have customized this and asked what the name of it is, but typically I just run this once, delete it. I don't keep it in my data set. And what it does is it uses the auto recode feature, and it recodes variable into var, which is what I'm creating my new variable. I'm sorry, it's asking for which variable. Which variable do you want to do? It's age. That's the name of this variable. And I'm going to create it into, and this is the name of my new variable, subgroup, and I'm going to do it descending. If it was ascending, it wouldn't do anything. This will just show the output, but what it'll do with the blank and missing values, I'm going to leave them as missing, instead of, you could have it, I think, pipe in a value, but I don't want to. So again, everything between here and here is my macro, and so I'm going to run this once, which will define my macro, and now it's just been defined. And now I come back here and watch what happens when I run my inverter macro. Let's you know what, let me get my data set visible here just so you can see it happen. So now I'm going to run it, and now it looks like nothing happened, right? I created a new variable called subgroup, and notice it still has, this is pretty cool to me, it has the variable label from this one. It borrowed that, which is why I really like this auto recode. It borrows from the original variable. It even puts these in as these are value labels. So 3, let's see, somewhere in here, less than 25 is a 1, right? But look at this. This is the cool part. In here, this is a 4, right? So that's a 4, that's a 1. This is going to be a 2, which was going to mean this is going to be a 3, and then this is a 3, but here it's going to be a 2, and then the max, wherever this is 56 plus, on this one's a 4, and on this one's going to be a 1. So now, when I run basically the same analysis, but I'm going to add in my new variable. When I run it like this, notice I have 2, but see how they're flipped, right? And now I can copy this, come over into Excel. I think I can just paste right over this, and voila, right? It inverted my legend for me. So it's a very quick, easy way. And granted, if I'm doing crosstabs or something, it'll be that way in all of my tables, all my custom tables, I'm using means in this case for the breakdown command, and it'll go across everything because I've created a new variable and I'm not dealing with trying to restore it after the fact. But this macro, which is really 2 lines, and this one is just in case you've already run it once, you don't want to have it try to overwrite there and fail. But it's just 1 line here that just makes it super easy. And that's it. Thanks.